Hi there, it's Leanne from Scary Movie Sunday. Today's movie that I'm going to watch is called The Purge. Yesterday evening, which is why I probably look a little bit tired, I was out on my second hen do, because, you know, I like to be greedy, and we got onto the subject of Scary Movie Sunday, and one of the ladies there said that she'd watched this film and that it was really good. It has been on my Netflix list for a while, but because she said that it was really good, it's sort of pushed me to watch it. So the read upon it is, sorry, because I've had to move, I'm now looking over here instead of over there. So, in a crime-ridden future, when overtaxed cops let murder and other crimes rule the streets one night a year, somebody's knocking at James Sandin's door. Ooh. Now, the idea of this absolutely terrifies me, because, you know, someone could just come in your house and murgle you or whatever. Oh, by the way, burglary is something that myself and Mr. Scary Movie Sunday came up with. It's when, you know, these unfortunate people that get burgled, and then the burglar, is that the right word? They get a bit angry because they've been caught, and then they murder somebody, hence burglary. You know, so that makes this a little bit scary for me. I imagine there'll probably be a lot of jumps and things, and I'm always susceptible to them. I'm rubbish when it comes to jump scares. So, we'll see how it goes. So, see you in a bit. Hi there, so I finished watching The Purge, and my god, this is a great film. Much better than I anticipated, to be honest with you. And a very unusual concept as well. I thought it was brilliant. I think, if I remember correctly, there's a Purge 2. I don't know what it's called, but anyway. So, Netflix gave this a 4.2 out of 5. IMDb a 5.6 out of 10. And to be fair, I thought it was, you know, 8.5, 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this film. So, it's set in 2022, which is in a not too distant future. Basically, the Purge evening is one night a year in America where everything goes. There is no such thing as crime. You can murder people, you can do anything. There's only certain people that you can't kill, which is like level 4 government officials. Apart from that, you can do whatever you like. There's no like emergency services, no fire, police or paramedics. So basically you could do someone in and then just leave them to die a horrible slow death, which is delightful. So our main characters, the Sandins, they're a family. Mr. Sandin, he runs like a security business which basically locks people in their home on Purge night so that, you know, these people can't get in. And a lot of the people who live in the area seem to hold that against him because they see it as he's just taking their money to make his home better. The opening credits start out with a lot of what looks like CCTV footage of people being shot, stabbed, having the crap beaten out of them, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't know if it made me sort of sad or scared, really, because it's like, God, this kind of stuff, maybe not as to the extent as this, but, you know, these things do happen to people. So yeah, but then it kind of set the scene for the rest of the film, really, which was good. He's not running on his wheel this time, instead he's... Archie! Stop it! Oh, he's not going to stop it. So, sorry about the tapping in the background. Okay, so Lena Headey's in this. She's Mrs. Sandin, and I thought she was really good. At first I was kind of like, not loving this American accent you got on. But after a few minutes, and I got used to it, because obviously I'm used to seeing her in like 300 and Game of Thrones and that kind of stuff. But you know, after that she was a believable American. Sorry, Mr. Scary Movie Sunday was walking past, but he wanted to make sure he was out of frame. So you've got Mr. and Mrs. Sandin, and there's 2 children. Zoe, who's probably about 17, 18, that kind of age, and then Charlie, who... It's just noise from all angles today, isn't it? And Charlie, who's maybe about 12, 13, that kind of age. And Charlie's really against the Purge. He's very pro-humanity. He's very, you know, let's not kill people. And he has this little doll called Timmy. Well, I say doll, it's like... Do you know in Toy Story when the toys go over to Sid's house and there's that sort of spidery doll thing? That's what this looked like, but it was on wheels. And basically it had like a video camera in it and stuff, so he could sneak up on people and just, you know, look at them. And basically everybody sat down in the living room and they're like, okay, let's get ready for the Purge. And it's really tense. It's really like, oh, is this really going to happen? So they bring down all the shutters and they lock all the windows and doors and everything. And then there's like a public service announcement that comes on to say, you know, and the Purge is starting now, and like all the rules and regulations kind of thing. Then you hear this siren, which is really sort of, it's not like an air raid siren, but it's kind of like a that kind of thing, which gets the heart pumping, because you think, oh, it's starting now. And if that was me, I'd find myself a little box and stay in there, let alone a house. So things that were going through my mind is, because obviously all these shutters are coming down, House on Haunted Hill style, what if somebody had snuck into the house and was waiting for them? Do you know what I mean? Because as soon as they've locked these doors, they're not going to open them again. But then if somebody's in there that wants to do them harm, they're locked in with them. And then it turns out that that is exactly what had happened. The daughter, Zoe, she's got this boyfriend who's a little bit older than her, and her parents don't agree with it. And he'd snuck in because he wanted to talk with her dad, and that's basically when things start to get a bit shooty, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna tell you too many things about this film because it's really good. I really enjoyed it. There's lots of twists and turns, lots of jump scares, and oh, by the way, this is a quick question. Now, in England, when you get engaged, you wear an engagement ring, so like this one here. And then when you get married, you have a wedding ring, which is kind of like this one. This isn't my wedding ring, but so you wear the two together. Now, usually when I watch American films and there's a man and his wife, the woman has only got what looks like an engagement ring on. So is that a thing? Do you not have 2 separate rings, or do you use the same ring for both things? If you can let me know, that'd be great. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent there, but so there is a man in the street, bearing in mind everything's all locked up and everything, and he's like, help me, they're gonna come and kill me, and they've already killed my friends, and you know, please somebody help me. Bearing in mind this whole street's on lockdown, so you're thinking, no, nobody's gonna let them in. Charlie lets him in, and then that's when things take a really sinister turn. There's this chappie that he heads up like a band of Purgeteers. Like they go around every year as a group and they wear the masks. You know, the masks that are on the advert with the big grins. Those horrible, horrible masks. He sort of comes to the door and he's just like, that person that you've let in your house, and we know it's in this house because your neighbours have told us, we want him, and if you don't provide him to us within X amount of time, we're going to come in and we're going to kill all of you. So, you know, not much of a choice there really, what you're going to do. So, but he's so, oh man, the guy who plays that particular character, he's just so, like, even his facial expressions are just really maniacal, like really, you know, we'll come in there and we're going to kill you, kind of thing, with this massive grin. And it was just, that was terrifying, just that bit. And he was being really nice, like he wasn't shouting or swearing or anything. Ooh, bless me. So, you know, the fact that he was being sort of nice about it made it even worse. So, basically, I'm trying so hard not to... So, you kind of think, okay, we've got this man in our house that we shouldn't have let in anyway. There's people outside wearing masks and, you know, playing on the swings and dancing around with their machetes, and they want said man. So if we let him out, or make him go out to them, will they leave us alone? Are they just joshing? Or will they just come in and kill us anyway? So it's just such a tough decision. So, yeah. But in the end, they do come in to kill the family. And I'm going to leave it at that. They do come in to kill the family. And close friends of mine will know that I love pinball games. And one of the baddies gets his head smashed into a pinball machine, and I was really upset because I was just like, oh no, they broke the pinball machine. And Mr. Scary Movie Sunday nearly wet himself laughing, because it was just like, okay, this film is not about the pinball machine, why are you bothered with that? But then he did bring up a very, very valid point. He said, do you think house insurance covers the purge? And I was just like, I don't know, I don't think so. And he said, because they're going to have a bloody big bill because their house is absolutely trashed. So, yeah, there we go. Does house insurance cover the purge? Don't know. And also, I just realised I made a really weird noise then. It was a bit like Call of Duty, because once you killed somebody, you could then steal their weapon. It's just like reloading your ammo or something, you know, the scavenger perk. So 1 minute you've got a shotgun, next minute you've got an axe. It's amazing. So I've put so many jump scares, and believe me, there were. Some of them, I mean, a lot of the time you kind of think, yes, something's going to happen here. But a lot of the time you didn't even know that there was going to be a jump scare, which made it even worse. There are a lot of expletives. It must have happened at least 3 or 4 times that I shouted out. And my closing comment is, much twist, such turn. Because the ending of this film, you kind of think, oh no, that's how this is going to end. And then it changes, and you're like, oh my god, no way, it's going to end like this. And then it changes again, and you're like, oh, completely forgot about that. Oh man, I can't believe this. And yeah, so I actually really enjoyed the ending of this film. It wasn't sort of one of those that you think, oh god, couldn't I think of something better than that? So yeah, I give this a very, very good score based on that. I'd watch this film again, I really would, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. It's very different. It's an unusual concept, and I think because it's set in the now, really, it's even more terrifying, because, you know, crime on the whole, I think, well, it feels like, I don't know if it's just negative news perspective, seems to be going on the up. So it's something that you could see happening in years to come, which makes it even more terrifying. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you've watched the film, please let me know so we can have a chat about it. See you later, bye!